Around town this morning, Cameron Fontana, he is stepping back into history.
He's checking out the World War I exhibit at the Ohio History Connection. Good morning, Cam.
Hey, good morning, Stacia. So before we enter the new exhibit, Emmy actually wanted to take us outside to check out something pretty cool. What are we looking at right here?
We're looking at the victorious soldier statue. It's right out front at the Ohio History Center. As you drive up, he greets you as you enter the door.
Right.
And he was from World War I. He was created right after the war ended, and we've had him ever since.
Wow, and you actually have some plans for him coming up here in the future, right?
We do. We're going to be conserving him a little bit, so we're going to clean him up. He's going to leave us for a little bit, and when he comes back, he's going to be pretty shiny and just kind of as he was when he came here.
Awesome.
We'll have a special event on Saturday to kind of see him off.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And then what time is that going to be?
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
So we'll have a special program, and then people can wave goodbye to the victorious soldier for a little bit and come back and see us when he's back.
And it really is amazing to really appreciate history when you come here to the Ohio History Center. When people see these exhibits, even beyond just World War I, how does it make you feel to see them really appreciate it?
Oh, it's wonderful. And my favorite is when grandparents will come in with their grandchildren and they'll share their memories and make that connection. And that's really what we're working to do with the Ohio History Connection in general, is to spark that discovery of Ohio's stories.
So when can people come in and especially see the new World War I exhibit this weekend?
Well, it opens on April 22nd, so this Saturday.
Okay.
We'll have programs going on all day for family and for just the casual history enthusiast. So great things to see and do here.
Perfect. So coming up at 7:50, we are going to step inside the brand new World War I exhibit. And I think for now, guys, I don't know if you can turn around, Edwin, check out this sunrise over here. Isn't that gorgeous?
It's beautiful.
It's amazing.
Wow, that is beautiful.
Awesome, Cam.
Now around town, the Ohio History Connection is opening an exhibit focused on Ohio's role in World War I.
Cameron Fontana, he is there live this morning, checking it out. Cam, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Adam. So this is really neat because I'm learning, along with the viewers that you're about to, the role Ohio played in World War I from Emmy. So this is a really cool display you have right here.
Yeah.
What is featured and shown on this?
So on this display right here, we learn about Ohio's role during World War I. And you'll notice that over 250,000 people participated in World War I. They were from Ohio. You also see the casualties in World War I.
And this is a very interesting fact because, of course, you have so many killed in action.
Right.
But the greatest number died of disease.
Yeah. I mean, disease was rampant in that time. And a lot of this was trench warfare. So people are really in close contact. They're under the ground for long periods of time. It's easy to catch something in that environment.
And even photos as well.
Yes, so these are all from our collections, and so you'll see Victory Parade in Columbus, Ohio, and then we'll see events all over the world.
Where do you get items like this? How did you curate these and get them here to the Ohio History Connection?
A lot of things are donated.
Okay.
We got a grant from the National Endowment of the Humanities for a lot of our digital collections, newspapers and photos, but many of these items you'll see in this exhibit were from soldiers who fought overseas and brought things back with them.
That's amazing. Everyone coming together. And what a great place. This opens Saturday. You can bring your family out here, learn about history, and coming up, that's just one small area. We're going to tour this entire room filled with amazing, amazing pieces, all next on Good Day Columbus. So stay tuned. Emmy, can we go look around?
Let's
do it.
It has now been 100 years since the U.S. got involved in World War I.
And to commemorate the anniversary, the Ohio History Connection is opening a very special exhibit. Cameron Fontana is there now, and he's getting a look at Ohio's involvement in the war to end all wars.
Hey, that's right, Marshall. So we're back with Emmy to learn another thing about World War I, also known as the Great War.
The Great War.
And really what this area focuses on is the industrialization, right?
Right. This is the weaponry from World War I. And World War I was when a lot of new technologies in weaponry were coming to be. So we see tanks, automatic machine guns, and this was, you know, a break from what we were used to seeing, the Civil War and beyond.
Right, and you had to, it was a different type of war. They had to battle differently. They had to fight differently.
Yes, it was a big shock for a lot of people who were used to a different type of warfare, and they come into World War I, there are all these new weapons, and they're not used to them.
Wow.
And so it was really, they were learning as they went and developing new things as they went along.
And as we walk through this exhibit, you mentioned this is going to continually be growing. About how many pieces are you looking to have have in this area?
We'll have close to 800 pieces that we'll be having on display, and it's, again, constantly evolving.
Yeah.
So as you come in and visit when it opens up on Saturday, you know, the next time you come, you might see something different.
And it's not just guns, because we look at displays like this over here, it's a lot of personal items. Even what I'm wearing right now are things, you know, that the soldiers had with them. Remind our viewers how you get all these.
A lot of these are donated to us. A large amount of items are donated to us, and many things were brought back from troops who served overseas in Europe and elsewhere. So these are from the troops themselves. They carried them with them for the duration of the war, and now we can display them for people to see.
That's amazing. So how do the tickets work? I'm assuming this is included when you enter Ohio History Center.
Yes.
And where can people find tickets and find more information to come here?
Well, all of this is included with museum admission. So you just have to visit the Ohio History Center, and you know, we'll
you'll accommodate everyone that wants to come here.
Anyone wants to come here, exactly.
Okay, so we'll toss it back to you guys in the studio, and coming up next, I'll give you a little teaser right here. We have more to see. So amazing to go, you know, 100 years back in time.
Yes, yes.
All right, thanks so much, Cam.
Well, welcome back. Cameron is putting his history knowledge to the test this morning. I'm not sure how well that's going. Is it going well?
I'm sure it's going well because he's checking out a brand new exhibit at the Ohio History Connection. It's all about World War I, and he has good guides with him this morning to lead him through the whole thing.
You sure dressed the part, Cam.
You know what? Well, thank you, Sean. I have to say, history was the hardest subject and the one I dealt with the most in school. But man, I wish I had places like this, Emmy, to make it more fun and actually learn. And I'm very, very interested in World War I and really what we've learned with Ohio's role in it. What are we looking at now?
So this is a case that features everything that would either have been in a soldier's pocket or on his uniform. So you'll see a lot of pins, medallions, you'll even see rings, and you know, medals, and a lot of this was brought back by Ohio troops that served overseas during the Great
love
War.
that it's not just, you know, from Germany and France, but also America too. You're dealing with all the countries, so you can see the different styles that they were using.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So then we walk this way because I like the way you described it to me earlier, how these helmets talk about how the style of war changed. We talked about industrializing it earlier, but what did this have to do? Because we see ornate versus simple.
Right, right. So the World War I was really a time where a lot of things were evolving, not just the weaponry, but also the uniforms and the helmets. So you'll see fancier helmets, but you'll also see more practical ones kind of on the top shelf there. As the war moved forward, things got to be more practical.
Right.
You know, the hats that were very ornate, or the helmets rather that were very ornate, weren't maybe as useful as something that was a little more, you know, practical and simple.
I like how you described it earlier when you said before it was a gentleman's war. When we went to battle, the style was completely different. And you still see some of the remnants with the German hats, but then this is where it got very, for lack of a better term, barbaric.
Yes.
And just at each other.
World War I was a very gritty war.
Yeah.
I mean, all war is gritty, but this World War I, they're fighting in the trenches. There's new weaponry coming about. People are on the fly figuring this war out as it happens.
This is so cool to see. And again, Saturday, this exhibit opens. We're getting a preview today, so you don't want to come today or tomorrow. What time Saturday, Emmy, can people expect to
We open at 10 a.m. and we'll have things going on all day long for families and also for the casual history enthusiasts.
Great.
So we welcome everyone to come out.
Okay, so coming up in the next hour, in the 9 a.m. hour of Good Day Columbus, we're going to talk about women's role in World War I, how that completely changed, and also some of the other exhibits, because, again, one small part of Ohio History Center, there's so much to see here. So we'll see you soon, guys. Can we get going?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Come on, let's go this way.
Looking forward to that, guys. Thanks so much.
Around town today, Cameron has been getting a history lesson on a worldly event.
He's at the Ohio History Center this morning with more on a new exhibit that's about to open. Cam?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, that's right, Marshall. So we've been talking about World War I all morning at this brand new exhibit, and we're kind of wrapping it up with the role women played in World War I, right, Emmy?
Yeah.
So what was that? What was the significance of that time for women?
So women served in the roles that men vacated when they went overseas. So they were working in munitions factories. So they were serving a vital role on the home front, but they also were serving overseas in Europe.
And by serving, they were actually enlisted, some of the first to be enlisted, correct? What was that?
Yeah, we see some of the first women Marines in World War I. They call them Marinettes.
Marinettes?
Yes.
Who would have thought?
We have many from Ohio that joined the forces over in the Women Marines, but it was a vital role that women played.
Oh, absolutely.
And it really set the stage for a lot of women's rights issues.
Absolutely.
And women's suffrage came to be.
Man, and what impact from that point on, even with history, like you said, that made in wars in the future, and then just being more unified as a country, I believe, from that point on. This is so cool. So this exhibit opens Saturday. What time can people come and check it out?
People can check it out at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And we'll have things going on all day for family and for also just the casual history enthusiast.
Very nice.
Lots of things to see and do.
And we can see some more posters over here, right? And I believe at the top right there, Edwin's looking at it with the 1918 on the bottom. That was from the World War I era, correct?
That was.
That's amazing. So cool. And then these are recreations, but even in the drawers below, you have the actual posters.
We do. We do.
Very
This
nice.
is a great gallery that showcases a lot of our collections that people don't normally get to see.
Very cool. Well, as you can see, Ohio History Center is huge, and they even have places and things like the spring break camp in here. How's it going, David?
Good.
Good. So you have a nice loud voice because I know you don't have a microphone. What are you guys learning today?
We're learning about the Ohio Village.
Ohio Village. Is that where you're going next, Ellie? What's your favorite part about learning and experiencing Ohio History Center? What do you love most about it?
The village.
You like the village? Is that where you're getting ready to go? Okay, well, we wanted to put them on TV. Do you guys have anyone you want to say hi to? Is your mom out there?
Oh,
Your mom or dad? Friends? Just say hi. Just say hi. That's all you have to do. They're like, we're on TV right now. You guys can go to the Ohio Village. We'll see you soon. Coming up next. His favorite. Well, you got to dress up. Here, can we get him a costume?
Oh, we're going to the village and they're going to dress up?
All right. Here, we'll get you started. We're going to toss it back to you guys. We're going to get you dressed up. You can take this, young man. It's kind of heavy. I can't give you this, but I can give you my belt. Let's see. We're just going to throw it back to you guys. I'm going to make sure this isn't attached to it because we're safe here on Good Day
This just
Television.
became a costuming lesson.
I wanted to see how far he was going to go there.
Well, we did the Naked Classics earlier, so I
Exactly.
think we were headed down that road again. All right, so this morning, Cameron Fontana is out and about. He's around town. He's testing his history knowledge today.
He really is, and he has been at many of the exhibits at the Ohio History Center, and there he is still.
There you go, Sean. So now we're learning about Ohio history because this area talks about the different counties, right, Emmy?
Right, yeah, this is, Ohio has 88 counties.
88. So that's a good trivia question. How many counties are in Ohio? That's going to be on Jeopardy one day.
Yeah.
88 is the answer, folks.
You'll get it right.
Yeah.
So in this gallery, we have one item from each of those counties.
That is so cool.
But we have thousands of items throughout the museum.
Right.
But this gallery specifically focuses in on each county.
I love it. And right over here, you can see some of the items are on display and even organized. If you want to look by county, you can find out what's representative of the county that you live in. Most of us, Franklin County, of course, but we might get some Licking, some Fairfield, some Hocking. But I love that about Ohio History Center because you walk through here, and every time we come out, we've been here a couple times, we find something new. And that's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely. Our mission is to spark the discovery of Ohio stories, and it's so easy to do when you bring your family here. Grandparents always have memories to share with grandkids, and it's just a wonderful experience to get to see that in action.
Yeah, and one thing in action we can see working in television, some old TV sets.
Yeah, throwing it back to the 40s with a lot of these TVs, and a lot of your viewers probably remember these.
It blows my mind to think how far we've come with televisions going from the single channels. I know a lot of yours, maybe you remember having to change the dial, not having a remote like they have right now. And this is something we can teach our kids. We can teach, the next generation because, learn more about the past, tell you more about the future. And then right over here, I do want to show this because I love comics. We got some Detective Comics displays over here and the history of Superman and how the Ohio roots come into play right over here, right?
Right, yeah. A lot of people don't know that Superman was really born in Ohio.
Yes!
Created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster in a suburb of Cleveland. Superman came from our fair state.
Nice.
And it's great to be able to explore that history and show Ohio's place on a national stage whenever possible.
So cool. So again, just to remind you, the World War I exhibit opens Saturday. When can people come out, even if they want to come tomorrow? When do you open during the week?
We open at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Open 10 to 5 Wednesday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sunday.
Nice. Now, we're going to toss it back to you guys. I am a Marvel guy, but it seems like the state of Ohio is officially Team DC.
I don't know. I don't
We'll
know.
have to see.
There are great things on either side.
Yeah, that's up for debate. Are you guys team Marvel or DC?
Oh boy, do we have to pick? We've been deciding between lima beans or not. So many things.
So many things.